Hello everybody. In this video I wanted to introduce a collaboration that I am working on. So recently I hosted a giveaway on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. That's really my main social media platform, and it's at Ravi. And the giveaway prize was a collaboration with me, a book collaboration. So the winner was invited to collaborate with me in the creation of a book that they get to keep. And the winner of the giveaway was Heather Keller, who is an American painter who lives in London. And her work is bright and colourful, and she does a lot of quilting and stitching and just really beautiful, beautiful work. Also work that is quite different from mine. So we had a first chat thinking about what we could do together and how to collaborate on this project. And the first thing that we thought of was, why don't we send each other a little pack of bits from our studio, little scraps of paper and things that we would use in our practice that we maybe don't use anymore or don't need or left over from projects. So nothing was created specifically for the pack. And then the idea is that we will respond to that pack by making 3 pages each. So this is the pack that I have put together for Heather, and I just wanted to go through it quickly just to show you some of the things that I have got. So I've got a couple of scraps of fabric. Heather does a lot of quilting and she does mix fabric and paper, so I thought this might be a nice thing to give her. One is printed on and the other one has got a cyanotype portrait. And I've got various scraps from my collection, some vintage photos, avocado dye on watercolor paper, little bits, more photos. This will be a really good challenge for both of us to see where we can push our practice and working with things that aren't part of our usual practice, and adding color, which is something that I don't usually do, and just responding to what we are sent in trying to make something that's beautiful, but also that is in itself a very clear work of 2 hands, 4 hands really. Then I've incorporated some quotes. We decided that we were going to give each other some quotes, just sort of inspiring thoughts and affirmations that might be helpful to then add to the final book. And then just various scraps of ephemera and vintage and antique book pages. My usual collage fodder. Right, so that's really it. This is what I've put together for Heather. I am really excited to receive her parcel. I can't wait to see what she's sending me. I'm a bit scared. I hope I'll be able to do something that gives justice to her work and her scraps. And this is where I'm at for now. So yes, this is the first stage of this collaboration, is to share some paper and some scraps with each other, and let's see where that takes us. So I had filmed the actual opening of Heather's parcel, and it was like recording my genuine reaction as I opened it for the first time and saw what she sent me, and unfortunately I deleted that footage by accident. I thought I'd saved it, and when I resetted my SD card I deleted the video. So here we are. I don't have the original video, but I do have what is left So all the bits that actually I ended up not using are still here. So I just wanted to show you some of the pieces that I received and that I chose from. So Heather also sent me some of her quotes about art and crafting, and in her pack she had included some painting and hand-painted fabric scraps, some assorted fabric scraps, and drawings to cut up and painting on paper scraps. So it was a really beautiful and very mixed bundle of things, and I ended up using actually quite a lot. It was hard to choose for me, and so I ended up cutting a lot of strips out of it to weave things. There was some drawings on watercolor paper, and I ended up choosing one for the main cover. And there was a lot of beautiful textural sort of paint on canvas that I really liked, and I cut up. She gave me permission to cut, and so I did cut through the canvas, and then there was some like normal fabric, some thinner fabric, so beautiful in terms of texture and in terms of color. And it was a challenge for me to incorporate color into my work. But actually I think what I was able to put together, mixing found photos with colourful papers and fabrics, is actually really good. And also what Heather was able to do with my fragments is also outstanding. So the next step for both of us was to go away and work on 3 pages. And we did that without really communicating with the other one about what we were doing. We decided on a size, and then we worked on a square watercolor piece of paper and just combined our own pieces with what we had received. And it was quite incredible how well cohesive the final book was. And there's a lot of collage, and there's a lot of stitching and weaving and sort of mosaic of pieces, and then incorporates found photos. It's got all the quotes that I think are really inspirational for any craftist or craftivist and artist as well. And I think it's a really beautiful book. So Heather sent me her pages, and then I combined them with my pages that I had made, and I alternated them, and then I created a cover. And this is the final book that I put together, combining my own with Heather's pages. I decided to call this book These Hands because it references a quote that is inside the book, but also it kind of sets the scene for this collaboration between 4 hands. And the quotes that we put inside were written by ourselves, half each, and I decided to alternate one of my pages followed by one of hers. And as you will see, it's incredibly cohesive, and this is the book.